Meeting to order, April 16th, 2025, 7:03. First order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance. Please join me in a Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge. God. Right. Okay, at this time, we traditionally would have a invocation. Is there anyone out there that would like to give an invocation? There's not. Let's, Blake. Hey, all right. Thank you. Yes, sir. Amen. Blake. Hey, Kim, would you call the roll? Here. 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 Okay. Consent agenda. Entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Motion to approve the consent.
Second. Motion by Mark, second by Keith. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the consent agenda is approved. Public comments, Kim? Okay, thank you. Okay. Public hearing. Okay. Entertain a motion to open a public hearing on the PUD rezoning request, ND to C3 PUD mixed use, multifamily and commercial.
I'll move. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, public hearing is open. And you have anybody to speak? Okay, so entertain a motion to postpone the public hearing till next meeting or next. Second meeting.
So moved. Second.
Postpone to the second meeting in May. Carla, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We postpone this, public hearing to second meeting in May. New business. Entertainment, a motion to adopt resolution 392. This is the one on the, opposing the proposed congressional effort to limit, um, tax exempt status on municipal bonds.
So moved. Second.
Uh, Motion by Keith, second by Mark, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution 392 is adopted. Okay, these next two bills, these are to reappoint our municipal judge and a municipal provisional judge. And these are typically administrative. If you want to read it once, read it again, you can, but I'm going to recommend we just read it twice and move on with this one.
Bill 2520.
Got a motion by Mark,
Second.
got a second by Keith, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. Sarah, could you read Bill 2521 by title only, please?
An ordinance of the city of Darting Prairie, Missouri, appointing the municipal judge.
Any discussion or debate?
I think we should go ahead and just, clear this administrative. Every second time.
I'd also like to comment that Art done a fantastic job. So,
Okay, so I have a motion to read Bill 2521 for a second time.
Move.
Moved by
Second.
Keith. Second by Mark. Bill 2521, the second time.
An ordinance of the city of Darting Prairie, Missouri, appointing the municipal judge.
Motion for roll call vote.
Motion by Keith for roll call vote. Second by Carla. Kim, would you call the roll?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Bill 2521. Okay, entertain a motion to read Bill 2522 by title. And
So moved.
Second.
Mark, second by Keith. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? There are none. 522.
An ordinance of the city of Darting Prairie, Missouri, appointing a provisional municipal judge.
Mark, read Bill 25.
Second.
Second by Keith. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? There are none. Sarah, would you- 522.
An ordinance of the city of Darting Prairie, Missouri, appointing a provisional municipal judge.
Roll call vote.
And a motion for a roll call vote?
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? There are none. Kim, would you call the roll?
Aye. Aye.
I declare Bill 2522 as ordinance 2359. Okay. Need a motion to read Bill 2523 by title only. First
Moved.
reading. Motion by Mark.
Oh,
Second,
second, I'm sorry.
second by Ryan. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? There are none. Or would you read Bill 2523 by title?
An ordinance of the city of Darting Prairie, Missouri, approving an amended PUD final plan for a certain development commonly known as the Darting Creek campus of St. Charles Community College.
Have we got all of the information in front of you? You've looked at it. We know what this is about, right? Questions? That was Okay. Okay.
Would you mind grabbing the microphone for the presentation? So. This.
This one, the source or something is not right.
Everybody hear me? Okay, good. All right, so I'll start over. My name is Mike Barkoviak. I'm with Gemma Architects. With me is Tom Weiss with Weiss Design Group, a civil engineer. So we're both here representing St. Charles Community College and their proposed new project at their Darden Prairie campus. Um, so their new facility is going to be for their extension of the college's Field to Table Institute. And so this is a culinary and agricultural program as part of the college with a specific emphasis for the concept of field to table to the students. So it's a new concept that's really becoming more and more part of the restaurant and market industry. So they're teaching their curriculum more directed at that. So our project is a new one-story facility. So it is just located south, and I'm going to pull up a plan here that you all should have. This is just going to be talking about context of where the building is located to the rest of the campus. So if we look here on this site plan, the buildings you're very familiar with is this green outline here, which is the current existing academic building. We have Technology Drive running this way. On the north side of the site, we have the existing facility, which is actually part of the existing FTTI campus. A couple miscellaneous buildings. We have a greenhouse, the maintenance shed for serving the field. And our new proposed building is the outline here in blue. So later in the presentation, Tom will go over the more specific plan. This is just an outline of the presentation to give you all context of where it's on site. So this is a little more enlarged view of the site plan. The building is just over 16,000 square feet, contains two major components as far as the building floor plan. So the first big component is a market and restaurant, which is on the northwest corner here in the building. So the intent of that space is that students and faculty will be able to use that as a way to display the produce and product that they're growing on site just on the east field, but also has a little restaurant and kitchen component to basically create dishes and for the public to eat. So this is open to the public, by the way. Um,
Lost or?
I couldn't speak to that.
Okay.
I wish I could, but the purpose of that is basically to share with the public. Um, so if we look around the site, oh, sorry, one other part of the building is that it has standard instructional facility as well. So if we look at the plan here, we have three standard size classrooms. We have what they call a teaching type kitchen here in the lower left corner. And then we have a larger classroom for just larger gatherings here on the right or the east side of the building. And then interdispersed throughout, there's office and other support spaces for the facility and staff. So if we start to look around the building in immediate context, um, on the north side, we have what we're proposing is a new entry plaza. The whole purpose of that is to connect the two, to connect the existing building on the north side and the new proposed facility on the south side and act as this portal going towards the field. And I'll have a rendering to show what that will look like in a little bit. But this landscape area will be nicely landscaped. It'll have a paved area on the outside. It'll have also this entry portal, kind of this feature portal that kind of draws your eye towards the fields. But the intent of this space is it's indoor outdoor space for the market that we're proposing. It could have farmers market, others events, on nice days, additional outdoor seating, and host other events through the college. On the east side, as I talked about earlier, is the field. That's where a lot of produce and crops are grown. That will serve the Field to Table Institute. On the south side, we have the mechanical yard, which is actually below grade partially. It's about 5 feet below the top grade. So already there, it's partially concealed. We also have additional landscaping that'll be on the west side of the building that covers that. So it's going to be fully concealed from the parking lot area. And on the west side, we have the existing parking lot, but for our building more immediately, we have a seat wall area, which will act as a display area, but also a nice place to sit and relax. So with that, go ahead and switch over to the rendering. So this is the new proposed facility. This is the entry portal just on the left side, what we're proposing. It draws your eye towards the back of the field. This is a render also of what the exterior plaza is going to look like with a more structured landscaping. The building itself, we went for a very clean, simple palette. It's more of kind of also to part of the agrarian theme that the college was going for this campus. It's mostly made of a charcoal gray metal panel on the walls, kind of reflective of what's currently there. We also have a standing seam black metal roof. On top of all that, we'll have a wainscot stone base that's also at the building and also at the entry portal. That serves two purposes for us. One, it's a little bit more durable material since it's going to be interfacing with the public a little bit more. It also gives it a little nicer aesthetic feel for the building. And lastly, we added a wood look metal soffit to around the perimeter of the building, but also under the entry portal. Yeah. The purpose of that is really just to give a little extra warmth. If it's just a gray building, it might not be as inviting. So it gives a little accent to it. So with that, we have the amended final plan here. I think everybody also received this information. Tom, would you like to add a couple things?
So most of the information on this sheet, obviously, it's an amended final plan. We took the original plans. The last plan that was approved was actually done through Lindenwood, I believe. And but this sheet here really shows that the existing parking, we have adequate parking. There's actually a very large 140 space parking lot that's not being utilized currently. So we have the adjacent parking, and then just to the south of the new building is 140 spaces. So we show that on that summary of parking table. And all that's explained in detail under those different items to the right. If you go to the next sheet, some of the original plan that was approved is obviously the future that was shown and approved under the original final plan. In the red buildings, there's actually parking areas shown. We didn't highlight those. Again, we worked with Todd to make sure that what you saw was appropriate. And so the red building, and then there's some, again, parking that's called future, and it's labeled there. There's some future parking labeled at different locations. The green obviously is the existing, and the existing parking is also labeled. And then the new building, and all the calculations are shown on the first sheet, but this is a summary. This is what Todd had requested that we add to just the regular drawings. And so that's Well, it hasn't been considered, Alderman Johnson, but it could be. That's probably a little bit above our pay grade right now, but that's something we could have talk with as a maybe a next phase or something of that nature. Okay. Well,
The trail currently connects right in front of the field. I think it's already there.
Yeah, I know, but more of a direct. Yes, is fine. But you have to get off onto the grass, actually get up to.
No, it's actually blacktop trail that runs right up.
Or does it?
Around the field.
up the hill.
I'll show you an overhead.
If there's some connection issue that we need to enhance, we could certainly, I'm sure they would entertain that.
Yeah, I agree. I really like the way that the sign is. Phrase it tastes. That note, ask, becomes more of a phrase, more thing of out and different things happening over the separates. So back, so I know that gentleman. Oh, very nice. But it looks right over that area. Now with so in consideration for the residents of
Can you point on which lot has this have a reference? Okay. So right near where the shed that he spoke of earlier. Yeah. And you're talking landscape type
yeah,
material.
back netting. Still having some sort of diagrams.
Yeah, there's currently nothing down there, but extensive landscaping up around the building.
That's correct. So right now, our specific scope of work is immediately around the project, but that's not to say, as you're pointing out, that the college wouldn't consider that. Yeah, I can pull up the landscape plan.
Maybe a conversation.
It could be, yeah.
My initial thought is
I can give them a call, so.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, very good.
At the P and Z meeting, when this was presented, I think everybody overwhelmingly liked the, architectural look of it. They thought the purpose of it was really good. I made a comment that it's a shame that this whole up there, whole pretty facade of the cafe and the patio and all of that down on the land where you can't see it from technology. I think if we had something, and I asked them for some sort of rendering signage or something that would show what here on my big plans, I think people would be drawn to it and it would be benefit to city to have that along there. And so I hope you will.
So to your point, already, we've already started.
Yeah. So we actually had a discussion with the college about this already, and the current plan right now is they have a very large marquee sign, and that they're going to continue to monitor that to see if that's going to be effective. If not, that they're equally incentivized to make sure that that building is being used. So we want everybody to understand where this building is, its purpose, and the college also very much intends to continue to advertise this and the events coming up for it. And yeah.
Um, site plan is dated 3/25. And the ordinance states for April 4th. Uh,
And Carla, to follow up on some of the other things brought up, approval or the recommendation. We've looked at that Rich Musler brought up a couple
Right.
of times. So we have already looked at running that pipe, try to make that connection. It's still a little bit up here for that room, mechanical room, and then of course, meeting with Matt to make it comfortable. And the existing detention system clearly is sized for more than what we're at. But those have already been discussed. My son Brennan has already looked to see if we can make the grades work. Like I told Rich Musler, if we can't make those grades work, go all the way to the northwest. We will do some other rock. Small, very small.
and the junior college is going to be responsible for maintenance of the underground detention facility.
Yes, they absolutely will be because they're already responsible for things such as defenses. The new water quality things,
Okay.
they're already currently responsible for the
Okay.
Oh, was this
Yes.
the final?
Yes.
that
One-
was
There right now was not the cheapest cheap.
this is the amended
Amended.
plan per direction from staff. It's assembled better.
I understand what, but like I said, this is just.
I'm not sure I do, Mark, because it's really not anything new. P and Z went through this whole packet that you don't even have. Well, I don't think, does everybody else have it?
Everybody had,
I got one.
everybody had the opportunity to have.
We made 23
Okay.
copies.
I
I'm-
didn't see them here, so.
I just want to make sure that everything has been presented a proper format down the line.
I was there as well, and I would agree it was presented very thorough.
Well, don't get me wrong, I'm 100% for this. I just want to make sure we're going through the proper steps of everything, so nothing is missed, so we don't have to retract what we're doing. I mean, I think this is great. I mean, but to be given something today, I mean, that's where my concern was. Was it presented to B and Z first? Or it came to us?
P and Z,
Like I said, I'm in support of it all. I just want to make sure we're doing everything in order, so we're not back to the table square one a month down the line. What's we good with this?
Yeah, the only thing I want to make sure is that we've got the proper reference, job number, date, and then includes all of the landscape. It's reference of the ordinance. The ordinance references a date of 4th. This plan is dated April 14th. So I just want to make sure we're referencing.
Z was very comfortable with this, and they only asked for that document so that we had one document, not 3 different pages. And they had absolutely no qualms about anything on these plans at all. So I'm confident in saying that this does not have to go back to P and Z. It can stay with the board and come up at the next May meeting or the second reading.
Okay, so where do we need to go from here? We need to change the ordinance to date, right? I mean, that's, as you presented it with this one sheet added. What was given to everybody, including itself, that package plans. Good to go with that, adding this right here. All we need to. Updated, talk about it, April 14th.
Can we get this all done Next meeting. That's what I mean. So the second reading, next meeting, we'll have everything in compliance. That's all. Looking to make sure that we had everything in compliance, so we're not questioning. What was. Okay.
So entertain a motion for a second reading.
No,
Oh. To the next meeting for a second. Reading.
I'll move.
Seventh, I believe. Okay. Oh, all right. All in favor?
Aye.
25, 23.
Yes.
Okay, old business. Okay, we have an ordinance here talking about amending a municipal code prohibiting parking, stopping, standing, purpose of dropping off. I think this was brought up by Carla
I'm
and
gonna postpone this until, if John will let us, until the July meeting. So that we just don't have to keep putting it
Okay.
on the agenda.
so we got a motion to postpone until the first meeting in July, second meeting in July. First. All in, or by Carla, you got a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? You're none. 25. 20 is postponed till June, July.
Bye.
Okay. Communications, city attorney. The engineer. The administrator.
Course. Shared earlier during the work session that we, with the help of volunteers from Community Living, from St. William's Apartments, and from the future mayor's wife and 3-year-old daughter, who is absolutely adorable, and some staff stuffed 16,000 Easter eggs. Fortunately, we are going to have to delay our Easter egg hunt till April 26th because of the weather forecast for this weekend. We typically run this event rain or shine. However, severe thunderstorm seems to be a little extreme for this event. So we apologize for that delay. The Clean Stream event that was going to be held in conjunction with the Easter egg hunt has been canceled. And has not been rescheduled. Received some comments related to Stump Road, and I just want to assure everybody that that road is not complete. Yes, it is bumpy, but that will not be the condition that it will remain in. It is not complete. The next step is for them to do, and I'm going to use engineering terms, and if we have to really explain these, either Tom or Matt are going to have to jump in because I just know the key words to say. So the first step is to straight edge it. That tells them where the bumps are and what they need to smooth, and then they're going to diamond grind it. And so it is not in an acceptable condition now, and it is not finished. So just thought it was important to share that. I put an update out on the website, but I know everybody doesn't go there. So just an update.
Also address just to the, about the monuments. Guardian acres. 'Cause that's still, we're still working. That's another part of it.
So I know Matt and our new city engineer and Phil, our public works supervisor, were out there today, decided to sort of review site conditions. And then we have a meeting on Friday at 10 a.m. to review all of the punch list items and review when the diamond grinding. That's on. And then I just wanted to offer a few comments. I've only had the opportunity of working with Mayor Gotway for a few months, since the end of October. But I want to thank you for your mentorship to me and guiding me when I came on board. I've appreciated that and our friendship, and I wish you very much.
Thank you, Kathy. And, I can't say enough about you. Awesome addition. Hey, Alderman.
Yes, I would like to welcome our two new aldermen in the audience here, Blake Ney and Bob Walters. You'd stand up. And then also our new incoming mayor, Whitman.
Anybody else?
Oh, and our new city engineer. I didn't mean to leave you out here. No, I already threw problems at them today. So, thank you.
Okay, so,
And then he jumped in. All right. So, hey, I just want to, this is my last meeting as alderman, and as I transition into becoming mayor, I just wanted to first thank the board, all your, for the last couple of years, and I want to thank Kathy and Kim and staff. I look forward to working with you all moving forward in the new capacity, and I see close collaboration as an important part of between the mayor's office and the board, and I look forward to continuing that relationship as we move forward. I want to also recognize a couple folks in the audience as well. My in-laws are here from New Jersey. They're out here for Easter, and they were hoping to come out and see the swearing in, but the certification took a little bit longer and they had to buy their tickets. But I want to just say welcome to you guys, and thanks for coming out here today and to see the process. And as I've said in every meeting since I started, I'm going to just continue it on, and I'll continue it on as mayor. I want to thank everybody for coming out and participating in our city process and participating in local politics, and the capacity is coming into the audience and participating. And I also want to welcome the new aldermen coming in. I look forward to working with you guys and getting to know you. And I hope in the next few weeks we'll have a chance to have lunch. I know Blake and I have already had that opportunity, having lunch with you as well, Mr. Waters. So thank you guys for putting your name in the hat for serving, and I look forward to working with you guys. And thank you all for coming out, and thank you St. Charles County Police Department for coming out and keeping us. That's all. Thanks.
right. Anybody else? All right. So, looks like this is going to be my last official meeting. I'd like to, thank the staff, board members. I had the opportunity for 4 years to work with quite a few different people, different boards. And I'm proud to say that everything that I campaigned for, I accomplished. One of the main issues when I was alderman was street conditions. Our street conditions in Garden Prairie were horrific. There were literally people in tears because they couldn't sell their house because the street in front of their house was in such bad condition. And that kept people from buying their house. So anyway, we've got close to $10 million that we've put into streets over 4 years. Pretty much every bad slab has been replaced. There's a huge undertaking of maintenance now to keep it from getting to where it was ever again. So brought in quite a bit of new economic development that will bring us considerable amount of revenue into the city. Was able to pass the Proposition T, which is a half-cent transportation tax, which helped a bunch. anyway, there's just been a whole lot. There's a whole lot to this job. Building relationships with the adjoining cities and communities. Okay. Uh, that was an undertaking. I feel like I'm leaving the city with a really good relationship now with our adjoining community. So, um, thank Keith. Like to welcome the two new mayors. I know Blake. Blake and I go way back. Uh, Congratulations on your second round, Blake. I mean, what's nice about that is, you know, he's not a freshman. He's not someone that's coming in completely cold. And, and I think the rest of the board will appreciate that. Bob, thank you for stepping up. I think you're going to make a great addition. Anyway, Kathy, the staff, uh, uh, moving forward, they're so, at this time, we've got awkward. I mean, well, thank you for your service to our city. Fucking your retirement, second retirement. I don't need any. Catch many fish down there. It's all skill. No look. Yep. It's okay. I'll share pictures. Okay. All right. All right. And with that, I entertain a motion to adjourn. Moved. Second, all in favor? Any opposed? Hearing none, the meeting is adjourned.